Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. We have a rotation going on here, and this technology finally snapped its winning streak, and we're looking for a sell signal. Let's get into it here. But first, if you give the video a thumbs up, helps out the channel a lot. Appreciate you guys. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and a live day trading. And we still got about 2 weeks, a week and a half for the sale left. And rave reviews also for the courses. I don't talk about those all that much, but a lot of people have purchased and messaged me lately about them, saying they really enjoyed the content. Got like 8 or 9 hours of content in those, actually probably more than that at this point. But yeah, 60% off of first month of Active Trader, 30 off of swing trades. Actually, multiple winners today in the swing trades too, starting off the month and the quarter hot. But anyway, let's get into it here. So markets today basically flat. Technology has finally snapped its win streak, and you can see yesterday we did kind of finish with a little hanging man candle. So you got, and I talked about this before, but I don't like, I think hanging man gets misdiagnosed like all the time. I can't think of a good example of it, but maybe like right here, here like, oh, this is a hanging man. It's really not. Like, to me, it's got to be like a big gap up, and like after a breakaway gap. That's a good hanging man. Definitely, you can see it on Broadcom here as well. Right there, good clear gap, and we call that actually an evening star reversal. So the gap up and then the outside move down. You can see it there on Nvidia as well. So technology definitely backing off. And if you watch and read the article I referenced yesterday in yesterday's video, I talked about how technology was the only sector that this was from last Friday. Technology is the only sector that retail chased last week, and institutions actually sold. Dow, the Russell, and ES. And look at the Dow today. Dow, Russell, and ES. S&P. They're still very heavily short those, at least as of right now. So they can still go higher. But again, beginning of quarter. Been talking about this, and I've been getting questions about this stock every single day. We talked about this breakout here on Apple, up 1.37. Good move there. Also, stocks that are beaten down. UNH, this is one I still have a runner on from back in that swoon period. This one continuing higher. Another one we have, we took profits on today. Lululemon up 3% here. We got in just off the lows at 225. And yeah, it's very important to understand rotation and the end of quarter, beginning of quarter, how those things work. And we're seeing that right now. And you're seeing it in technology, right? Nvidia, SMH down today. Even IGV down today with a little mini evening star. It's not the greatest one, but it's there. And what's up today? The Russell. IWM ripping. Sectors nobody wants. XHB. We talked about this. I told you, gave this one out as a freebie last week. I said, look, this is a catch-up play right here. Just a casual 5% there on XHB. Casual 3 1/3 on 3 1/4 on KRE. Another one I called out last week. IYR, up 1% today, which I have a little bit of, like I said, DRN. I talked about that yesterday. Nice little gain. Still hasn't broken out yet, but these things have done well. Small caps catching up. Right, so that did hit our little short-term targets. Another one we took gains on today. So. Yeah, nice start to the quarter. Technology may still be a little soft this month, but I think that, healthcare, another thing we, took some gains on today too. Cure right here, this ETF. Yeah, it's starting to catch up here. And, breadth, very strong. We're at 80% here. So even when the market was down earlier, we had, 75, 80% breadth. So market's strong. That said, right now, I'm doing this video a little early. I got some stuff going on right after the bell today, so I kind of wrap this up fast. But we're flat. Technically, I'm just going to say I have a sell signal here. Technically, it's a daily chart sell signal. It's based on a time count, and it's there. It's also in the cycles course, if you're wondering. And we also have one later this week too. It's a little bit bigger of one than this one, but I'm just going to say right now, again, like tomorrow we had a full day, then Thursday a half day. And nobody's going to, non-farm and payroll might cause a pullback, but nobody's trading this. Like, there's no institutions here. They're all in the Hamptons. They're all, vacationing. They're in Vermont. They're in the Adirondacks, right? They're not doing this right now. And so I think they just have this thing kind of set to where it needs to go. We just had a tariff headline, by the way. First time we've got that in a while. And it caused a massive dip here, massive dip. But you can see right now, even when the market was down today, look at volatility, it was barely higher. So VIX, it did gap up, but it just kind of sold pretty much all day long. VVIX, weak pretty much all day long. It is big, upticking a little bit right now. So, maybe we see a little bit of a back off, but again, I just don't see the volume there, right? Half day, Thursday, and then the market's off for 4th of July. I just don't really see the catalyst for volatility here. And then we're going to get into, pre-OPEX week after that. So then we're just going to see even more positive flow. So I just don't see us really dropping too much before at least July OPEX. But, and we could still go up after that too, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But right now, I think any dip is pretty much a gift unless something massively changes. I don't know so much about technology, but, I definitely do like Apple. I think Tesla could catch up a little bit too. I actually had a buy signal on that this morning. We'll see if that follows through. We'll see. It is off the lows nicely. But this can catch up here. Apple can catch up. We have higher lows. I like that. Microsoft hit 500 on yesterday, end of quarter. It is backing off. That shouldn't be a surprise. So we'll see if this rotation continues. My guess is it does. And we had, this morning, like I said, I tweeted about this, transports, home builders, commercial real estate, XLF banks, new all-time high for XLF, by the way, KRE, XLV, and IWM and the Dow also all making new highs at the same time of the day, with SMH and Mag 7 lagging, at the lows of the day, literally. Like, it's heavy dispersion, right? So that means, equity vol dispersion mean there's indexes are pinned, and volatility, or I should say volatility is pinned at the index level. So something's up, something's down. And market's just gonna continue that right now. Even XLE, even XLE came back. Like the more you could watch it intraday. Like the more the semis sold off, the more the XLE came back to offset it, right? And then they bottomed at 11.10, and then look at where XLE topped out for a minute, and then it just kind of went back up and chopped sideways. So we're seeing that heavy, and then you could see the IWM pulled back, so XLE kind of floated back up. It's just kind of how it works here. So I don't know. Can we dip? Yeah, we can dip. I just don't see it being a ton, honestly. And by the way, again, there's literal QE starting today. If you don't know what that's from, just go read what Scott Bessent said. Then they're going to continue issuing at the short end, and it's not good for the long term, but it's good for equities. And I don't know why anybody on earth would want to fight that. You don't have more money than the Fed. You don't have more money than the Treasury. So your little old retail account's not gonna do anything here. Till that changes, we get a high volume sell, then things can change. But right now, I think pullbacks are just pullbacks. Outside of that, we'll quickly just cover. I don't want to cover everything today. I got a little crunched here for time. But gold got a nice little bounce. It actually hit our target. Some members had this overnight in the trading room. Took some gains at 33.65. That hit our resistance there, 50% fib, as you could see there a minute ago. But nice rebound there. Silver, fractionally higher. Platinum and palladium cooling off. Not a ton going on in the metal space here. And same thing on copper there. Oil tried to get something going today, but still kind of working on a little bear flag, so just be careful with that for right now. And then we'll just lastly quickly cover Bitcoin. It is backing off. Again, I talked about this. I said it's not quite ready yesterday, and it's just not mature. That's all. It's nothing wrong. If wants to go down here to this lower end, I think maybe one or two more passes can firm this up enough to break out if it wants to here, or if it's going to. But anyways, I'll wrap it up here. Keep it short and sweet today. Not too much to really go over. Again, sideways tape, just heavy dispersion out there, big time. You can see it right there. Semis leading the market down, but everything else making new highs, and that rotation's not bad. So just about 80% up day there. Good move in breadth, and we'll see minor sell signal on the daily. Maybe we see some backing and filling here. So ADP jobs, 8:15 tomorrow could be a volatility event. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap up here. You guys take care. Have a good one. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. See you guys all tomorrow.